Hello everyone and welcome to SkeeterJones Things. I'm Misty, and in this video I'll be showing you things that I've picked up maybe one or two pieces at a time here and there at yard sales or at my local thrift store, and I just chuck them into a small bag until I have enough to show. I'll just choose one of these bags, and this one is really looking the most interesting to me right now. What I do when I pick up one or two things at a time at the thrift store, I'll chuck it into a little just sandwich size Ziploc bag, and now hopefully I have enough to make just a really quick video that hopefully will only be about, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes long. We will see. Once again, like my scarf video, I am outside in my yard, which is heavily wooded, and so we'll hear some cicadas, and hopefully they won't be too overpowering. And then also I live not too far from a county highway, so you may hear some traffic passing by. Let me know what you think about these outdoor sessions as I decide whether to do more of them or not. The lighting is inconsistent, and then there's the background noises. You also may hear SkeeterJones bark from time to time. Before we get into the jewelry, if you would please, if you like the content, give me a like and a share. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And as always, I enjoy connecting with my viewers and subscribers in the comments section. If you see anything here that you would like to purchase, you can email me at skeeterjonesthings@gmail.com. Include this video name, the item number, and a brief description, and your PayPal email address. Keep these things here in mind as you consider whether or not to purchase anything. All right, now let's jump right into it. I, of course, could not bring my Presidium gem tester because I'm outside right now, no place to plug that up. But I did bring my metal testing, so I will test, for example, these sterling silver birthstone earrings from the Tennessee Aquarium. These are probably not actual gemstones. Those are probably rhinestones or glass. I will check that once I'm back indoors later, but everything that looks like it might be sterling, I will test with my acids all together at the end of the video. I can see that these used to be $7.95, so those are not going to be gemstones. So I take that back. I'm not going to test those after all, but I will test the little dolphins here to see if they are actually sterling, which they probably are since they were bought at the Tennessee Aquarium and it says they were sterling silver. So I'll set that aside. Here I have a lonely empty earring card. This reminds me of something that I saw a lot in my high school years. This little three-dimensional teddy bear design where it has like the head, and then the middle part of the body, and then the rest of the body separated by these little beads to give a little three-dimensional effect as it's dangling from your ear. This inconsistent lighting may not be a good thing after all, but we'll go with it and see. So you've got the little details on the paws and the little bow and the face. And these are 1-inch hoops that have this kind of closure where the end of the post goes into the other end of the hoop. And he's got a match somewhere. Oh, there it is. I remember when I got these. I got these at a Salvation Army that is not too far, Salvation Army store that's not too far from my where I live, next town over. Or a couple towns over. But there those are. These are, I believe, oh wait a minute, they are marked. I was about to say I believe they are gold plated, but it's been a while since I bought them. HF, it looks like, is the maker, which I will have to look up. If anyone knows that mark, I would appreciate if you would just drop that in the comments. But otherwise, I will look that up and let you know. So 1-inch teddy bear, three-dimensional hoops. Those will be item 1. And I will be looking up that HF brand. Next, this, I can tell by the feel of it, is just silver tone. It is a bracelet, and I believe I got this just at my local thrift store. It's these little circle links, and it's a double bracelet. There's the other little end where the lobster clasp hooks. And that's a nice little lightweight, fun bracelet with the circle links. It is 7 inches, maybe 6 3/4 to 7 inches, gold tone. And the gold tone does not show really any wear to speak of. It's just a nice little circle link bracelet. That will be item number 2. Let me know what you think about this. The lighting is inconsistent, and of course where it's direct, which changes as the leaves move around in the trees, makes the lighting be pretty harsh, I guess, at times. When it's more filtered, it's nicer. Okay, I remember picking this one up. This looks like this at the bottom. These little danglies on it with a bead at the end of each one. Little double gold tone chain. Let's do a drive-by. The gold tone looks like it is in nice condition. There's the chain. Well, the harsher light makes the gold a little more sparkly. Gold tone, I should say. I think a tiny amount of wear on the little beads at the bottom. It's not a terrible amount. It's a nice looking chain, nice fringes, just a small amount of wear on those beads, and there goes Skeeter. Okay, let's give a measurement. A drop measurement on this necklace is 10 inches, and then down to the end of the tassel is makes it a total length of 13 inches. But the neck opening drop is 10 inches. So gold tone fringe necklace, item 3. Skeeter barks at strange things. He'll bark at the thunder when when it's stormy. Okay, this is a little brutalist hammered, probably brass. Okay, it does have a name on it. Danon. D-A-N-O-N. D-O-N-O-N. I will look that one up. I'm not familiar with that brand, but this looks like just silver tone or brass tone. Let's see if there's a stamp here on. I'm not expecting to find a 925 stamp, but it never hurts to check. I don't know if you can hear that hawk in the distance. Okay, no, I don't see a 925 stamp, but it's got that Danon brand, which I will look up. I think this is just a little bit of dirt. Yep, that was just a little dirt. This is what it would look like. A little bit of what it would look like on. Let's get that turned around. Oh, I think I have it backwards. There we go. So a nice little Y drop on that. That's really pretty. It's got that sort of brutalist look, but a little more, I guess, I don't know, it looks brutalist and kind of delicate at the same time. Okay, it is the 7-inch drop, and then you have an extender, which is about 2 inches on one side, and I was about to say 2 inches on the other, but that's not really an extra drop. So you have a 2-inch extender, 7-inch drop, and then the little Y dangly at the bottom is 2 inches. So we'll say hammered silver tone brass tone necklace. That one's going to be item number 4, and that one's really pretty. All right, next, this is probably dyed howlite. It does not really have the look, well, it has the general look of turquoise, which is the purpose of dyeing the howlite. But the matrix, which is that black veining you see right there, when it's real spider veiny looking like that, that's more indicative of howlite. It doesn't mean that it absolutely cannot be turquoise. Some turquoise, I'm sure, probably does have those little hairline veins rather than the more kind of spread out and mottled looking veining. I don't know how to test that. It does look more like howlite to me than it does turquoise, and it is actual stone. Let's see, I'm not expecting to find some 925 here, but let's check and see. No, this is just going to be silver tone. Yeah, just silver tone, but it's a nice little pendant. It has a drop. Silver tone chain has a drop of 8.5. The pendant is about 1 inch long, and the extender is 3 inches long. So silver tone, we'll call it howlite. Silver tone, well, I'll call it turquoise just for the look of it. So silver tone turquoise necklace, and that's going to be item 5. We'll see if this has a mate. That's sort of like this brown, I don't know, feels like glass maybe? I don't know. No, that's probably acrylic. Little acrylic beads kind of wired onto this twisted hoop. So hopefully that'll have a mate. This I remember picking up at a thrift store. It is, I believe, it's been a while. Let's see. I believe this is actual pearls. Or shell. No, this is shell. But it says pretty set. It's been a while since I bought this, so I can't remember on some of these whether it had a maker or any stamps. Okay, this does not have a maker. The necklace does not either. And they appear to be a set because they're the same colorway, but you know, the chips here look different than the little kind of rice pearls here. This may be shell, just cut in the shape of rice pearls. It does have a gritty feel. They may be actual rice pearls, but that's really elegant looking. It reminds me of like, I don't know, 80s Avon is what this reminds me of. This would be a demi-parure, which means a parure set is, and let me know if I'm pronouncing that wrong, by the way, but that's a set of, I think 3, or maybe at least 3 pieces, and a demi-parure would be 2, any 2 of a set. So that's what we would be looking at here. These black, I believe, glass, they feel like glass, beads with shell chips and rice pearls, or I don't know if they're actual rice pearls or if they are just made of shell, and then the little gold tone beads in between. Unmarked, but it does have that look of, like I said, the 80s, circa 80s Avon. The necklace is very classic and elegant looking. The necklace has a drop of 11 inches, and the bracelet is 7 inches, and that is a really pretty set, and it will be item 6. We'll just say black and white set. Okay, this looks like, I'm gonna have to double check and make sure whether that is bone or ivory, because of course you cannot sell ivory. Actually, there is a de minimis clause in that whole regulation, where if it's a certain amount, you can sell it only within state lines. I'm going to have to look that information up again and reread that regulation. There's a little dent here in the brass, and it could use some cleaning. I don't see the cross hatching. This is, I don't know if that would be considered cross hatching or not. That would indicate ivory. There is some sort of veining here that reminds me of bone, but nonetheless, I will make sure on that before I offer that up for sale. It will still be item 7 for the purposes of the video, but know that I cannot sell that until I can make sure whether it is ivory or not. Now, I know ivory will fluoresce. Let's get out our purple. Let's see. Is that fluorescing? It's kind of hard to tell when I'm not in a dark room with it. That could just be reflecting the purple light. So, I don't know. The jury's out. I'll have to check on that one, and I'll let you know. But it will still be item 7, and we'll call it bone bracelet for right now. This is a set that I got for 99 cents at the Salvation Army. I'm trying to get this tag off. I'm not going to fiddle with it too much, though. Okay, I'm not going to do that. But it is, I think, some sort of shell. This is possibly coral. There's probably shell and coral on this brass, inlaid on this brass base. Let's see, let's try shining the light on that. Again, outside here, it's hard to tell if that's just reflecting the purple light or if it's actually fluorescing. It looks like it probably is, but again, just because it fluoresces doesn't necessarily mean that it's ivory. I kind of doubt this would be ivory, but I will double check that to be sure. But this one looks very similar. And while we have the black light out, let's just see. Sort of inconclusive again, but it's also inlay here. This looks like shell inlaid on this brass base again. And I'll just actually put the 3 of those together, even though this one doesn't really, you can tell these probably originally came together, but I'll put all 3 together if anybody's interested in that set. And that's going to be item 8. We'll say shell and coral bracelets. Shell and coral inlay bracelets. These, I'm going to have to get the gem tester on these because I'm not certain if, oh, that one's missing a stone. I think these 2 are both not missing stones, and they look very Brighton-esque. That might be a mark. No, I think that's just there from the making of the thing. They kind of remind me of Brighton a bit, but I don't see a maker anywhere on them. They originally came as a set. If anyone wants to buy these 2, I'll throw this one in because it is missing one of its green stones. I do want to gem test, and the price on these will be determined in part by whether or not these are gemstones or if they're just glass or crystal. I don't think they're crystal, but I will test the metal here just shortly when I test those little dolphins. Oh, a little bird pin that has a name. Birds and Blooms 2002. So Birds and Blooms is a brand that I am not familiar with. It's a very pretty, tiny little bird sitting on a branch. He is very small. He's about 1 inch, I would say. Let's see, from beak to tail, he is 1.25 inches. We'll test him for sterling, but I don't think so. He looks more like pewter to me. His clasp is in good shape. Perfect working order. Oh. Let's get him put over here to test. Along with, where are the dolphins? Oh, there's dolphins in the bracelets. Okay, this lapis ring is very large. If you like large cabochon rings, this is lapis. I have looked at it closely. I remember looking at it when I first got it because it has the little gold flecks of pyrite. It has a little bit of the black veining. But other than that, the color is pretty uniform, which means that it, I don't know, maybe a little more valuable than the very mottled, speckled with calcite lapis. I'm trying to find the gold flecks. It could be that I'm out in the daylight that makes it harder to see the little gold flecks, but they are in there. And I cannot recall off the top of my head what the black matrix is. If you see white specks in lapis, that is calcite, and that is the less valuable lapis. I had to catch some of my papers that were flying away. This is silver tone. Yeah, you can see some of the silver tone kind of is worn right there. But this still has lots of life left in it. If anyone likes large cabochon rings, this particular cabochon is 1.5 inches long by 1 inch wide, silver tone, gorgeous blue. I'm pretty certain that is lapis, because I do remember looking this one up. I believe that's where the gold flecks are, right here. It shows up much better in inside light. I'll try to do a short on this one. And there it is right there. That would be the pyrite, the little gold flecks. The size on this one is an 8. And that is gorgeous. I also have a lapis necklace that would make a great set with this. I have that lapis necklace in a short. It's also listed in my eBay listings, which you can go to my eBay listings. My link is in my YouTube profile for that. And I actually encourage you to look at the things I have there. I don't sell only jewelry. And also go through and read my my seller reviews. I have nice feedback from my buyers. I try to make that a nice experience for whoever buys from me. Let's see, this has a stamp, these pearls here. Okay. Patented, maybe? Okay. I don't think just pat would be a maker. Let's see. This pretty little ornate, sort of Art Deco looking clasp here. There's no markings on it. Well, hold on, there's 2. Okay, pat. But again, I don't think that's a maker. I think that's just saying that the clasp is patented. Which I don't know what about this kind of particular clasp could be patented by this point, because it's a very commonly used clasp. This is faux pearls, sort of a creamy color. Hand knotted, so they look really nice. 10-inch drop. The nice ornate sort of Art Deco 20s vibes on the clasp. That's really pretty. And it will be item 10. 10-inch faux pearl necklace. Okay, this keeps trying to get away, so let's take a look at this. I believe these are jade. That's why I picked them up. I got them at that same Salvation Army, and it's been a while back since I got those, but I'm feeling something's okay. I can repair this, but this post, I don't know if you can see right, this post is wiggly. I can repair that if anyone is interested in these, and I'm going to test to make sure whether that is jade. I don't see a marking for 925 or for a maker on these, but it never hurts to check. I will check those posts for silver, and those I'm pretty certain are jade. I will be doing the gem tester on those. And here's the mate to this. These feel like just acrylic, little coppery, bronzy. They're more like a bronze tone. Little bicone beads wired to these twisted hoops. Little teardrop shaped, not really hoops, these teardrop shaped dangles. They look like this. They're gorgeous. And they are about 2 inches long by about, I would say probably an inch or so. Yes, an inch wide at their widest part. And we'll just call these bronze toned teardrop earrings. They'll be item number 11. Those are really pretty and glammy, but not too glammy. Okay, this has these pretty stones on the ends. Those are probably just glass or crystal stones. There is not a maker on this, but it's pretty. And I would think you can, like, I'm gonna close that up to fit you. Okay, where it is now, it is a 7 1/4, but you can bend that up, you know, as you need to make that fit. So we'll just call this, what shall we call this? I'll call it the C bracelet. Right, there you go, the C bracelet. And it will be item 12. Okay, we're ever nearing the end. Okay, maybe you can hear those birds. The birds are starting to chirp out here in the woods. Okay, here's a gunmetal necklace with these circle links, and it looks really nice. I don't see any wear whatsoever on this. It's just these hammered circles. It has a drop of about 11 inches. It has an extender of 3 inches. We'll say gunmetal circles necklace. Item 13. We are winding down, and then I'll be checking. Oh, wait. We might have a set on our hands. I don't even remember picking this up. That's how long this has been. Okay. Yes, these earrings match that necklace. So we do have a set. Little danglies. Okay. Little double circle dangles. And those circles, or the biggest one anyway, is about 1 1/4 inches. So let's show that together with this necklace, and we'll call these together item 13. And there it is. There's the necklace. And there are the earrings. Okay, so gunmetal, hammered gunmetal set, item 13. Okay, we have, in these bags I generally don't put singles, but here's what looks like a single, well, I was going to say earring. It's just a little piece of wire twisted into a flower. So that can be crafty. Let me put that aside. Okay, sorry about that. What is this? I think it's just gold tone. Yes. It's just a gold tone chain. Which looks like new. The gold tone is in good shape. It's not worn off at all anywhere. This is usually where it would wear off kind of first, is around where you handle the clasp and where it sits on the back of your neck. Those are usually the first places to start showing wear on a gold tone chain. But it looks really nice. It is a drop of 8.5 inches. So I'll say gold tone chain is number 14. Okay, bracelet. Nice faux pearls. Are they faux? Yes, nice faux pearl bracelet. Little fancy clasp of this sort. Similar to the necklace we saw a moment ago. The clasp is in good shape. These tiny, tiny faux pearl. Oh, wait a minute. A little verdigris there. People have differing views on whether verdigris is contagious to your other jewelry or whether it's cleanable or not. I have heard that vinegar can remove it and make it stay gone. So I'll give that a try on this, and I will let you know when I find out. Meanwhile, we'll call that bracelet number 15. Keeping in mind that I am going to see if that, what appears to be verdigris, is removable. Okay, another faux pearl with textures on it. This is just acrylic or plastic faux pearls. The paint on them looks good. Has sort of a metallic luster to the paint. Just gold tone or brass tone findings. They show a little bit of tarnish. The drop here is about 7.5. So that would sit kind of high up on your neck, a little lower than choker maybe, or maybe right at choker for some people, just depending. So we'll say textured faux pearl necklace will be number 16. Little ring here. The rope design. There's something stamped on it. Yes, got a 925 on it. Okay. I don't remember picking this one up, but I typically wouldn't pick up just a little silver tone by itself like this, just a silver tone ring. So yeah, that's why it has the 925. That's probably why I picked it up. It has a size of, it's kind of small. It doesn't quite come down to the 5 mark, so I would say maybe a 4.75. Could maybe be a pinky ring for someone, or a child's ring maybe. See, it's a perfect fit for a pinky ring for me. little rope design sterling ring. And that one is going to be number 17. Oh, here it is. Okay, another faux pearl bracelet, another ornate clasp, another bit of verdigris. Okay, I'm going to put this together with the other faux pearl bracelet number 15 that had verdigris. So the two bracelets with verdigris are number 15, and I will be checking to see if that verdigris is cleanable. This is a fancy piece. I must have been going through a pearl phase at some point. Well, I did pick these up over time, so I may have picked up each one not remembering that I already had a few faux pearl pieces. But here is what this looks like here, and that is really pretty. Very classic. It reminds me of the 1960s. It kind of reminds me maybe of, I don't know. I was about to say Audrey Hepburn. I don't know. But it's really pretty. It has, let's see, it'll be easier to measure an overall length on this one. It is 17 inches from one end of just the pearls to the other. And then you get another about ½ inch on the clasp. So 17 and a half inches. And that's really gorgeous. All of the rhinestones are there, and these little sort of quatrefoil, I don't know if that wouldn't really be a quatrefoil, but these little flowers, the faux pearl capuchons in the middle, and then all the rhinestones are there in each one of these little flowers. The paint is all nice on these faux pearls. There is like really zero wear to be seen on the clasp, on that gold tone. If you can hear that, that's there's some road work going on that county highway that's just through the woods from me. So if you hear that banging around, that is probably the trucks as they're down there repaving that road. We'll call this just fancy faux pearl necklace, number 18. And then, is there something in here? There is something in here. Okay. These are vintage. I think I got these actually in a lot, in a box from Goodwill maybe, and then put them aside and then forgot about them, and they ended up here. There goes Skeeter again, so sorry about that. I'm looking to see if there's a 925 on here. I don't see a 925. I don't see a maker. But they are really pretty. They could use a bath. I'll just call them vintage earrings. And they're going to be number 19. Oh, let me give you a measurement on those. Oh, this is about 1/4 inch right here. It's about 1/4 inch. And lever back. 19 vintage leverback earrings. And then here is a little set. I'm going to test these stones to see what exactly they are. But these earrings are really gorgeous. Let's make sure everything is there. It should be, because if it's made it in this bag, it's because I picked it out. And I'm only going to hand pick things if everything is there. But I haven't tested any of these. So all the stones are there. You've got these white rhinestones or crystals, and then whatever these green stones are here. Jade maybe, or maybe some chalcedony. We'll check those out and see. And they are screwbacks. And it takes a little time to get that off. Okay, they are screwbacks. And then the post is on this little bar like that. These are vintage. These are pretty old. They are gold tone. I don't see any marks on the backs either, but they just have that look. If there's any gold on them at all, it would be gold plating. Somebody's on their motorcycle. I don't know if you could hear that. Okay, and then here is the pendant that goes with it, and it's really pretty too. Everything is there. It looks just like the earrings. Everything is there. And you've also got these little stones on the bail. These 3 crystals or rhinestones on the bail here. And as would be expected, since the earrings did not have a mark, the pendant probably will not either. And it doesn't. It's a gold tone. Open backs, which kind of hints at, when I say open backs, I'm talking about right here where it's uncovered behind the stone. That hint, and the translucency here. Can you tell the translucency there? Those are both things that kind of hint at it being a gemstone. I'm guessing maybe jade or chalcedony, nephrite, jadeite, something like that. But I will get back to you on the presidium results for that. But meanwhile, we'll say vintage pendant and earring set, number 20. Okay, and then last, we are going to test these items here. Did I bring? Oh, I did bring it. Okay. I thought I'd left the stuff inside. Okay, first, I'm not going to scratch all 3 of these bracelets since they are clearly a set. I'm just going to test one, and we'll call all 3 of them based on one. This is going to be sterling. Look at that scratch. That's your first hint. Again, that is not a guarantee, but it makes it a lot more likely if your scratch is really bright silver like that. Okay, here are the, we think, jade earrings. Let's give them a scratch. I don't want to bend this post, so it's kind of challenging to get a good scratch. Okay, let's put them in the order. There's the bracelets. The earrings were next. Then let's do our little, what is it, birds and blooms. Remembering that this scratch was already there from yesterday. Okay, birds and blooms looks like it's probably going to come up sterling as well. Wait, we didn't even talk about this. Okay, we'll test it anyway. I don't see a mark on it. A little hammered bangle, maybe a hammered sterling bangle. Let's see. Okay, the scratch on this one is a little bit brassy looking. And then our little dolphins. Which, again, you know, would you expect the Tennessee Aquarium to lie? We're about to find out. Okay, now, first the bracelet set. We have our blue, the bracelets are sterling. Okay, the possibly jade earrings. Do we have blue? Out here it's kind of hard to tell if it's the sky reflecting in that drop, because the scratch was not... Okay, I see a little bit. That might hint more at some silver plating, which would be kind of an odd thing on some earring posts. All right, now we're looking at the birds and blooms. Birds and blooms. I'm seeing a little tiny amount of blue there. It's really hard to tell in this glare. Then our mystery bangle that just appeared out of nowhere. Let's see what it is. Okay, it is silver tone, as I would have expected, because it is not marked. And it felt pretty lightweight. That's another giveaway. And the dolphins, the Tennessee Aquarium, is telling the truth. Okay, so we've got sterling with these bracelets. We have a little bit of silver maybe with these possibly jade earrings, and then the birds and blooms, that's probably pewter, which is I believe it's an alloy that includes silver, if I'm not mistaken. And then this little hammered bangle is not silver, and the little dolphins are. So that's what we have. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Please let me know what you think of filming these little short ones outside like this. I also did a scarf video outside, and that was fun. And I like getting out here when I can, but I don't want I want my videos to be interesting to my viewers. So if you think this one is not a good setting, let me know in the comments. So let's give numbers to these guys. This bracelet set is going to be 21. Remembering the ones with the bracelet with the purple stones and the one with the blue stones are both completely intact. The one with the green stones, however, is missing a stone, and this is sterling. They are kind of, it's a nice amount of sterling, and I'm going to check these stones to see what exactly they are, and I will let you know. Email me if you're interested. They'll be item 21. The birds and blooms, the sweet little bird, will be 22. The Tennessee Aquarium dolphins will be 23. This hammered, I guess, silver tone bracelet. It's hollow in the middle, no maker. Just this hammered finish. Oh, let me give you a size on it. It is about an 8, and it's going to be item 24. Yes, it is silver tone. Look, there's a little bit of brass showing right there. Not brass, copper showing right there. So, silver tone bracelet number 24. And then possible jade earrings. And I will repair the post on those for anyone who's interested, or if you just want them as a craft item, just let me know. These will be item 25. Here are all of those pieces we just went over. Let me know if you are interested in any of these, or if you just have questions about any of them. I'd love, like I said, to engage with my viewers in the comments section. If you enjoyed the content, give me a like and a share. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments what you liked, what you didn't like. Let me know your thoughts about me filming these outside. And if you are interested in ordering any of these pieces, email me at SkeeterJonesThings@gmail.com. Include the video name, the item number, and a brief description, and your PayPal email address. And then keep these things here in mind as you consider purchasing, so that you can make an informed purchasing decision. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.